Hey everyone, welcome back to AFC Game by Game, recording on a brand new camera. So to those of you that said I was recording on I think the word was a potato. Yeah, those days are long in the past now. I say that, I can't promise that this is going to be a recurring thing. Literally just got the new camera, thought I'd give it a test out. Whether I'll do it game after game after game, game by game. You see what I did there? Yeah, I'm not too sure. But for now, I thought I'd give it a whirl, see what it's like, test the quality out, and what better time to do it than by previewing the game coming up on Saturday against Southampton. And by the way, it wasn't a potato I was recording on; it was my iMac. So yeah, let's just clear that up right now. It wasn't a potato. All right, but yeah, shocking humour aside, let's get into this game against Southampton. It's a match that I'm very much, I was going to say looking forward to. The truth is I'm not. Away from home against St Mary's is a fixture that I really do not particularly enjoy. We were awful there last season, losing 4-0 on Boxing Day, and I can't really remember a game when we actually put in a convincing performance there. And saying that, talking about convincing performances, the game that we had against Burnley was quite frankly lethargic for large periods of that match. We weren't overly convincing. We won the game in fortunate circumstances, but what better way to win a game in the 97th minute? Penalty, Panenka from Alexis Sanchez should give us a massive confidence boost going to this game against Southampton. And it's the FA Cup as a tournament that I want to see Arsenal go all the way in. I'm really hopeful of a trip to Wembley. I was going to say I'm looking forward to one, but we don't know if we're going to be there just yet. Based on the performance we put in against Preston North End, you know, it's going to be a real tough task, especially going away from home against a team that you could regard as our bogey side. In fact, I would regard them as our bogey team. Southampton really do have their number on us. They've already beaten us once this season, 2-0 at the Emirates Stadium. Yes, we were playing a weakened side, but still it was a really poor performance from Arsenal on that day. Again, in the cup competition, we just about beat them in the Premier League. Again, a last minute penalty courtesy of Santi Cazorla. So they're a team that are really well regimented, playing some really good football. They have just lost Jose Fonts, but I don't think they seem quite willing to let him go. So I think that they're okay in defence. They are, of course, going to be without Virgil van Dijk, who has been so pivotal to their defence. But if you saw the game that they played against Liverpool away from home at Anfield, they were so well regimented, so organised, and put in such a hearty performance. They're going to be really tough to break down. To be honest, I know it sounds incredibly pessimistic, but a draw, I don't think, in a way, it would be an awful result. But if we are going to have any ambition in this competition, a draw would not be the worst of outcomes in this game, especially at grounds where we do notably perform poorly. But let's not look at it too pessimistically. We don't want to go into this game going for the draw. We want to go for the win. And the only way I think we're going to do that is if we go all out attacking this match. And yeah, it's a risky thing to do, but we're already without Granit Xhaka for this game. So our midfield is massively disrupted. Just relaying back to Xhaka, that stupid red card he got against Burnley. Really, really, really unprofessional from him. A tackle that he didn't need to make. And now that's going to cost us going into these games against Southampton, Watford, and that really big important one coming up against Chelsea away from home. So we've got to work out our midfield pivot, and it's pretty blatant what it's going to be. Probably Coughlin and Ramsey in this game. Is this the one where you want to see Arsene Wenger experiment with the midfield that bit more? I'm not sure. We've got that game against Watford coming up. Maybe that would be an opportunity to play either Alex Iwobi or Oxlade-Chamberlain alongside someone like Francis Coughlin. And logic would suggest that Coughlin playing deep, playing in front of the back line, doing what he does best, breaking up play, putting in some hard-hitting tackles, would work to the favour of Aaron Ramsey, who can then make those runs beyond someone like Mesut Ozil, get into the final third and hopefully get a few more goals to his name. But we didn't see that work effectively last season. And I mean, let's not be too quick to judge. They only played, a handful of games together, so maybe it is something that can work. But it's just a pivot that I have my reservations about. I just hope that it can do well in this game, which I'm pretty certain that those two are going to line up alongside each other going into this game at St Mary's. And beyond them, I really hope we do have an attacking lineup. I'd like to see us revert to what we were playing last season towards the back end in the games against Watford, in the games against Everton. Danny Welbeck leading the line, Alexis Sanchez on the right-hand side, Alex Iwobi on the left, Mesut Ozil playing in behind them. That worked really well towards the back end of last season, and it's something that I want to see reinstated going into this game to see if it can still work to the same effect. Danny Welbeck coming back, I'd love to see him get a start in that striking role in an Arsenal shirt. If not, playing off the left or playing on the right with someone like either Alexis Sanchez or Olivier Giroud leading the line. We've got so many options in this team. And maybe if we don't play with Iwobi, we bring in Lucas Perez, who I think is probably going to get a start in this game. So maybe a realistic front three would be Alexis on the left, on the right or the left, Lucas Perez on either flank, and then Danny Welbeck up top. I think that would work really well for us. Lots of pace, lots of fluidity, and it's a team that really is going to be an attacking driving force in this game that will get it. I would say a weakened Southampton defence in terms of individuals being out, in the names of Font, who they've lost, and Virgil van Dijk, who's out through injury. So I do think we can expose the likes of Yoshida if we get this team with the attacking prowess that we do have. But as I say, that game against Liverpool, they were so well regimented, so organised. They've got a cracking manager in charge, and I think it's going to be really difficult to get a win in this game. But I'm hopeful that we can do. My team lineup in full, I would go with David Ospina at goal, Hector Bellerin at right back, Mustafi, Rob Holding, Kieran Gibbs, Coquelin, Ramsey. And then on the right-hand side, I would be going with Alexis Sanchez through the middle, Mesut Ozil on the left-hand side, Lucas Perez, and up top, Danny Welbeck. I know I said I wanted to see a Iwobi start, but maybe given that he's played so much football recently, give him a chance off the bench for 30 odd minutes or so. I think that would work really well for us, just so we can get a glimpse of how Welbeck, Iwobi, and Alexis Sanchez line up for at least, as I say, half an hour in this game, to see if they can still work to the same effect that they had last season. But another positive is, of course, that Theo Walcott is back in training now, and he's in contention for this game, so it'd be good to see him get 20, 30 minutes. Other players that might come through, Adelaide, Maitland-Niles. I want to see Rob Holding get a chance alongside Strogdan, Mustafi, who got his first goal and a weekend against Burnley, so he should be full of confidence. Give Koscielny a little rest, and that should be a team that I think is more than capable of going out there to get the win against Southampton. Anyway, guys, please do get your thoughts on the game in the comments box below. Please do drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to AFC Game by Game. I hope you're loving the new camera. It's also got the ability to shoot in 4K, so maybe that's something I'll do. It'd be really, really, really unnecessary, but if you do want to see this face in 4K, then let me know. That's something I'll consider for the future. Anyway, guys, as I say, drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll be speaking to you very, very soon.